The Boilerplate plugin is another great plugin developed by Tech-Tav to give you greater flexibility when customizing your templates in AuthorIt. This video is the second in a two-part series. To see a demonstration of how to use the Boilerplate plugin and what it can do for you, see Introducing and Configuring the Boilerplate plugin. In this video, we'll be focusing on how to install your Boilerplate plugin. Installing the plugin involves the following steps. If this is the first time you are using plugins, you'll need to create a plugins folder. You'll also need to define this path in AuthorIt. Then you'll need to install the Boilerplate DLLs into that folder. If you already have a plugins folder, you can simply jump to step 3. Finally, you'll need to create a Boilerplate release state. The release state is used in the editor to indicate which topics you want to make Boilerplate topics. These steps need to be done only once before you start using the Boilerplate plugin. Let's begin. If this is the first time you're using plugins, you'll need to create a plugins folder somewhere logical. I'd suggest placing it under the AuthorIt folder. Once you've created the folder, go to the administrator and define the plugins path. From the administrator, click Settings, and then Plugin Settings, and then navigate to your plugins folder. Click OK. It is also possible to define the path from the AuthorIt editor, but don't define it in both places, or you'll find that your plugin will appear in the AuthorIt editor twice. Once the plugins folder is created and the path is defined, drop the Boilerplate DLLs into the plugins folder. The next step is to create a Boilerplate release state. So from the administrator, click Security, and then click Release States. Right-click a release state and select Add State. Enter a meaningful name for the new state. I'm going to call this one Boilerplate. And then click OK. Now, let's give it a bright color so it's easy to distinguish in the list. Let's choose pink. Click OK. And finally, we need to add the necessary permissions to the release state. I'm going to select all for this example. Once you're finished, click OK. The next time that you access the AuthorIt editor, you will see that the Boilerplate icon has been added to the AuthorIt ribbon.